Hello and welcome to yet again another edition of Dealing with Brightspace. And so what I want to talk about today, and this is hard to demonstrate without students in the classes, but I want to talk about setting up groups. Now there might be any opportunity or any occasion within your class where you want to divide the class into groups and have individuals work on a project together or have a discussion together or do part of a project together. Any sort of rationale that you might have for using groups. And there's a very flexible tool within Brightspace to do that. So let's take a look at Brightspace now. And you'll see that I'm in my sandbox class. And the group function is actually such that you go in and you create your groups ahead of time. So you go into course administration and there's going to be a link for groups. And here is where you define the parameters of your group. So you can see that I already have one in there. But if I wanted to go to a new category, I can then name that group. And then the enrollment type gives you a number of options that are either the number of groups and you're just setting up the groups so that they're there, groups of a particular number of students, so you just want 4 in each group, or if you just want the number of groups and then enroll people, they have the groups of a particular number and students self-enroll and they fill up, or you have a number of groups and they self-enroll, and they, all kinds of little things. You might have to experiment with whichever one. So I'll just go with the number of groups, and I just want one. I'll say 2 groups of there. I want them from which section here? The sandbox course. Okay, and there's some additional options here where I can set up a discussion area, set up a locker, probably to store files, and I can set up assignments from this place. But I'm gonna hold off on that because you can actually look at existing assignments that you've already created and attach groups to them. So I'll go ahead and save this. And what you'll see here is there's 2 groups right now. Mark Kavanaugh Sandbox Course 1, Mark Kavanaugh Sandbox Course 2, 2 groups made out of that. So now that I have my groups, you can then go to your Assignments tab, click on Assignments, and create an assignment for your groups. And so let's say this is my assignment here, and I go to Edit the Assignment. And in the Properties area, you're going to see this area right here. Up until now, this was shaded out. You couldn't access it. So you have individual assignments, but if I can then make this a group assignment, and then I use this pull down menu to determine which group, the special group, the one that was already in there, or special 2, and I want them to do it. And then the rest of the assignment is all the same, and I can save that. Or I can also go to the assignment sections under discussions, and I can make a discussion specific to a group. This takes a little bit more finagling here. You actually go into restrictions, and you go into group and section restrictions down here. And I can add groups and sections, and this allows me to pick my groups and add them to that discussion. In quizzes, you can open up edit the quiz. You go into restrictions again. You go down to special access. This is kind of different because it doesn't explicitly say groups. Add user to special access, and then I can view users I can add users or I can add groups. And here I have access to my groups. for that quiz. So different ways in which that you can then take existing assignments, quizzes, and discussions and put them into the groups. But the creation of the groups is what you do up front. You go to course admin, go to groups, and you can create all of your group types there. This will, of course, take some experimentation. I was not able to show you actually using students, so I'm always be interested to see how this works out when there's actually students and there's an experiment with this, and everything can be, you can always delete something when it doesn't work, and so, but that's essentially sort of order of operations for creating groups and connecting them to specific assignments, discussions, and quizzes. All right, have a great day.